Ack, that was weird. Welcome to Mechanical Keyboards Live. I'm your host, skiwithpete. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in the world you are. I'm here live from New York City, and where I am, it is 11:30 in the a.m. Welcome to everybody, especially welcome to John Della Guardia. This is going to be John Della Guardia's board build. Welcome, everybody. Let's say hello to everybody who's in the channel. Fran is here. Ismail is here. Zior. Of course, John Della Guardia is here. Hi above all else. Ter Gordia, Revel, Fran, Yoris, Jackscape. Jackscape. It's happened, man. You seem pretty exciting. You seem pretty exciting. You seem pretty excited. Avix is in the house. Teogra. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Don't forget, of course, today is being streamed in full 1080p. Let's keep going. 1990, Sunbird 1990 is in the house. Johannes Huber is in the house. Somebody just said sup, whose name I don't know how to pronounce it. Kohaktanen. No, I don't know. I have no idea. Harry Biker 98 is in the house. What's going on, man? Yeah, I woke up and went straight to the build desk. So this is me 1.5 coffees into my day. Jesper Lundqvist is in the house. I've already said hi to Avix, but Avix, what's going on? Vape Wizard is in the house. What's going on, guys? All right. So let's talk about a little bit about what's going to happen today, what's going on. But before I do that, I noticed there's 42 people watching and only 10 likes. Please remember, guys, if you can, press like. There's a reason for that. It says that this is a keyboard build stream. This is the keyboard I'm going to build. Here are all the parts, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But please remember, do press like and do press subscribe. Of course, I always pump the 1080p because 1080p is where it's at. Andre is in the house. Bunkerman77's in the house. Pumping the 1080p. Yeah, done that. Done the like thing. Yeah. Press subscribe. Oh, the contest. It's not a contest. I gotta call it a giveaway. It's a giveaway. There's a giveaway in the about section below. So right under here, or if you're on mobile, right over here under the V, go there, go to the gleam.io link, the gleam.io. Uh-oh, did I put it in the gleam.io? Dang it, I forgot to put it in there. No, these aren't blue switches, these are going to be Zealios. What's going on, Razor Kill? Lemon Cost, Andre P. Andrei. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to go. Okay, Paristo, hello. What's going on? So, guys, give me just one. Give me 1 second to paste the the contest link. Whoops. I forgot to put the giveaway link. Gotta stop calling it a contest. I'll just be one quick a second. You can tell I'm only 1 coffee into my day. I forgot the YouTube, my videos. Going as fast as I can, 55 watching. Yo, what's up, 55 people? Con, I will sub right now. Awesome. Con123. Can I get it for free? La mama. I have an old ass 7-year-old membrane keyboard.
If you win, it's free.
If you win, it's all yours. Okay, just gotta go now to live streaming. And then to events. And then to edit. Just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about this. Okay, I've pasted it in. So while it might not be immediately visible to you guys, if you refresh the page, that should appear. And everybody who's new should be able to see it in the About section below. In the About section below, there's a link to gleam.io. There we go. All right. Stefan is in the house. What's going on? Zombie, what's up? Brian. Welcome, Brian. Are you the Brian? Are you the Brian that I tried to email? I wonder if you're the Brian that I tried to email. I'm wearing my 1UP Keyboards hoodie. For those of you who don't know, I am the owner of 1UP Keyboards. Yeah, what's going on? Guys, this is a really happening stream this morning. I didn't realize that doing one so early in the day could have such positivity. 69 people watching for 29 likes. Thank you, guys. Let's get into what we're doing here. All right, so just on the left, I'm just going to do a quick this is the LJD 61 up. LJD 61 up right here. This is a 60% keyboard, carbon fiber build. That's one from 1UP Keyboards. That is not what we're going to be building today, but that's kind of similar to what we're doing. That's kind of similar for two reasons, and I'll probably refer to it a couple times, just because this has 62 gram Zealios in it. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, this is a bit more like what we're building here. This is a TKL, or Tenkeyless. You know what? I'm going to switch over to this one. This is a Tenkeyless, but hold on a sec. Hey, right under here. Thank you to everybody who's pressed subscribe. This is amazing. Hold on a sec. What's going on? Look at this. Look at this jump. Thank you to everybody who's just come in and pressed subscribe. What's going on? Oh, there's still new people arriving. Tigi is in the house. Legion C, hello. What's going on, guys? Okay, let's switch back to this. This is a TKL. This is a Gatastottle TKL. This is very similar to what we're going to be building today. Although we're going to be making it without keycaps. But that's kind of cool. I wanted to show that off. Here's another one here. This is another TKL build. This is a lot more similar to what we're going to be building today. This, you can see, is the TKL with the middle plate, black carbon fiber. These are quality keyboards, like super nice stuff. Guys, look at the subscribe pouring in. Whoops. Hello. There's Steph. Say what's up, Steph. Look at the subscribes coming in. Look at this. This is insane. Okay, guys, I'm talking about the Gleam.io giveaway. You don't even know what it's for. The Gleam.io giveaway is for this thing. Whoops. This thing. Look at this. This is what the Gleam.io giveaway is for. Check that out. That is one badass. This is the Cooler Master Master Keys Pro M RGB keyboard. This one is still sealed. They were meant to release it this week, but they didn't. So I've delayed the giveaway by 1 week. That giveaway will be on Sunday. Awesome. John De La Guardia says, can I get one of those Linux key cap? I might have a spare one. I'll take a look for you in a little bit. This is one of my favorite keyboards. This is a Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid. I have a link to this in the About section below. If you haven't already been to the About section, there's a ton of stuff in there. This one is covered with all sorts of random keycaps and artisans and all sorts of fun stuff. Look at this, and this potato, and this cat paw, and these flags. They're super cool. Some 1UP keycaps on there. By the way, if you don't already know, I am the owner of 1UP Keyboards, which is why I'm wearing this awesome hoodie. Awesome. I'm just going to put this over to the side. We'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. Voxel is in the house. Kenzor is in the house. How can I join the giveaway? Okay, Kenzor, here's the way to go to do the giveaway. Go into the About section below. The About section is where it says Show More, or if you're on mobile, there's a little V over here in this corner. Press that, then you got to go down to the gleam.io link. The gleam.io link, you need to sign up with your email. I don't spam. Gleam.io does not spam. There's no emails that we're sending. The only thing we need your email for is in case you win. That's the only reason. There's no other anything else. The only reason is in case you win. So I would use a real email address because if you win, you have 48 hours to reply. So you go to the gleam.io link, you put your name and your email address in, then you go, you click subscribe, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. That's it. You're done. You're in to win. So the giveaway is ending on Sunday next week. It was supposed to be Sunday today, but unfortunately, Cooler Master and I spoke briefly. I'm not a rep for Cooler Master, but they told me that there were delays in releasing this keyboard. You'll notice it's not currently available on Amazon or anywhere else. They said there was a slight delay, and they mentioned because of the delay that I should consider putting off my review. Because I'm putting off my review, I'm also putting off the giveaway. So you can see it's still sealed. I haven't opened this thing yet. I'm looking forward to opening it, but I haven't done it yet. But you will be winning a brand new one. You won't even be winning that one. You'll be winning a brand new one direct from Cooler Master, which is great. But let me keep saying hello to everybody. There's a whole bunch of new people in the channel. If you're new today and you haven't been before, please do say hello. We've got a lot of great mods in the channel who've been around before, who know a lot of the answers to the questions that you guys know. And I'm just going to go through my list of reminders again. 1, full 1080p. 2, press like. This is a keyboard show. It says it's a keyboard show. It describes itself as a keyboard show. You're going to love it. So please do press like. The more likes you press, the more people get to come and join the show. So please do press like. If you haven't already, please do press subscribe. And then go check the gleam.io link. I wonder if Pete will ever call the description instead of the about section. No biggie though. I don't know. Maybe they changed it a while ago. It used to be called about, then it was called description. Now it's just called show more. So I call it the about section, where you can get the description of this video and you have to click show more. It's weird. Fruz, what's going on? Guys, let me tell you, because the chat is heating up and we currently have 124 viewers, as the number of viewers increases, so too does the unlikelihood of me being able to reply to all of your questions and all of your stuff. I'd just like you to know that Super Chat is enabled. If you do a Super Chat, I will definitely read your question and answer you. I will read whatever you write, actually. That's the deal that I have with Super Chat. I read what you write, and you guys get to interact more easily with me. Look at the stream the stream of chat. So you guys are here. This is the camera that I have for you guys, but of course, over to the side is where I keep looking. This is where I have my list of questions. Anyways, that's what's going on. We're just about to get into this, but let me just do a couple quick things first, just to show you around. For those of you who are new and you want to see exactly what's going on, we have 5 cameras in the house today. We've got this one, which I call the selfie roundy. We've got this one, which is our overhead. We've got this one, which is a different selfie. This is our big overhead selfie. Then we've got the action cam, which will give us a nice close-up view right in at the action. And of course, we have everybody's favorite camera, the solder cam. This is the solder cam. I'm going to be using this on today's show. This will show an up-close view of exactly what I'm going to be soldering. So you get to see up nice and close how soldering works, what soldering looks like, and hopefully demystify some of the problems. Ismail, I see you've just asked a couple questions. I have a problem. I'm in Spanish. I need the key letter N on my keyboard. Special keys. Can I buy a keyboard with them? Please answer. So you're looking for an ISO keyboard, and what you'll be doing is pressing Alt and N. It shouldn't be too hard to do. You should be able to find that pretty easily. Anyways, just before we go on, I also wanted to show this, which is all 5 cameras all at once. So we have the overhead cam, we have the action cam, which is right here. We have the solder cam. We have me, the big selfie cam here. We have the second selfie cam there. And, of course, we have the live subscriber views. So let's just take a look. Whoa, look at all these new subscribers. Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in and joining. Okay, so on today's show, as I said before, we're going to be building a keyboard live. This is the keyboard here, and here are all the parts. This is actually going to belong to one of the viewers who's in the show today. It's John Della Guardia, who's just asked a question. What cameras are you using for your multicam setup? I've got a bunch of different cameras. I got the Sony SR11 that's in the house. I've also got, I've got two of those actually. I've also got the Logitech C920. I've got 3 of those. So that's basically my setup. And I'm using OBS, which is awesome. Cool. Welcome, everybody. Let's take a look at the keyboard and get that happening. For those of you who haven't already, please do press like, please do press subscribe. Go check out the gleam.io link in the About section. And there's something else. Check out the contest, the giveaway. My God, the giveaway is going to be amazing. So look at this. Guys, it's super happening this morning. Gotta go, sadly. Have a good stream, Pete and Steph. Thanks, Bunkerman77, for the first super chat. Really do appreciate that, man. It's a shame that you gotta go, but we'll catch you back soon enough. Oh, you sent it twice, man. Sorry about that. But thank you. I appreciate your super chatting. Thank you, Bunkerman77. All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. Okay, so what you get in the pack when you buy a keyboard from oneupkeyboards.com. Here's the business card for oneupkeyboards.com. Oneupkeyboards.com, what you get is this is the TKL build. So this is the top and bottom plate. The bottom plate's upside down right now, but that's okay. Top and bottom plate, you also get this, which is the GON PCB. You can buy switches. Here are the switches here. We're going to go with Zeal 62-gram switches. Today we're doing, because John Della Guardia bought some stuff, he also bought 2 keycaps. These are the 1UP keycaps. These are the GON black matte feet that are going to go on the bottom. These are the standoffs that go with the glass fiber middle. This is the glass fiber middle over here. Just showing that off here. That's the glass fiber middle in the middle there, which is a really nice way to let some of the enjoyment in. And then, as a little bonus for you, John, I hope you're still around, we've decided to include our brand new clear standoffs. I don't know if you can see those.
Stabilizers.
Oh, what did I say?
Standoffs.
They're not standoffs, they're stabilizers. See those? Those have just become available on the website right now. These are PCB mount stabs. These are pretty cool. So thought, hey, why not give you the chance? That's Mrs. 1UP Keyboards. Yeah. Steph, my lovely wife. Okay, the very first thing that I've got to do is to test this keyboard out. I just want to make sure that it does actually work. So while I'm getting in on that, I'm just going to remind everybody, wow, 258 viewers currently watching. Just going to remind everybody, please do press like, please do press subscribe. This is a keyboard show. It's exactly what it says that it's going to be. So if you could, please do press like. The more likes we get, the more people get to come join the channel. So thank you very much. Mooski says, do you stream with OBS? Yes, I do. All right. So let's get on to the part where I test the keyboard. So basically what I'm going to do is just test the PCB out. Steph, can you pass me that blue? Yeah. And I'm just going to test this as simply as I possibly can. So all that I'm going to do, I'm not even going to log into my screen here. I'm just going to leave it at the password page. And all I'm doing is just plugging this board in, and I'm just going to check if anything registers. It could be the case that it doesn't. And so you always want to check that the keyboard is working just before you do that. So the way that I test it is just with a pair of tweezers. These are non-magnetic tweezers. You can check for those in the about section below. And all I do is I just connect the little jumpers just to check if I get any key responses. And I can tell you, even though you can't see it, I am getting key responses. So that's enough for me. I'm just going to flip this over. So this will be the side that I'm soldering, and I'm just going to, yeah, I'm getting responses. Yep. And then what was the 0 that I just pressed? Yep, that's all. So this board is definitely alive and working, so I'm safe to start building with it. All right. Well, of the 250 viewers that we currently have, I hope a couple of you either have or are considering building your own mechanical keyboard, because this will be a great opportunity for you to fully customize your board and make it into the dream board that you want. Mechanisk is in the house. What's going on, Mechanisk? Jackscape says, Mechanisk, your vids helped me build my first keyboard video. That's awesome, man. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here is just going to flip this over so it's the right way around. I like things to be the right way around. The very first thing that I'm going to do is, John Delaguarda says, 290 viewers. A lot of people watching your keyboard build. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these stabilizers in. That's always the first move when you're building a keyboard, is put the stabilizers in. So the stabilizers go a little bit differently than you might expect. Because
pre-assembled and are flat, those new ones.
What's that?
Pre-assembled and flat, pre-clipped.
Yeah,
whatever.
they are pre-assembled, pre-clipped. Yes.
Well, not pre-clipped, they just come flat.
They come with flat bottoms. And the only thing that's a little bit unusual is that the small hole goes into the big side and the big hole goes into the small side. But that's how they snap together. There you go. There's the first stabilizer in. All right, let's keep on trucking here.
Do you need to lube them?
I will put a little bit of lube on, but I'm actually going to do that after they're in place. I'll show you exactly how to do that. So again, here I'm just going to show you on the action cam. Oh, something just fell off the table. Let's hope it wasn't important. Whoops. I'm just going to action cam this in. Action cam. All right, so you see there's big holes and little holes. Do you see those? The big one is at the bottom, the little one is at the top. And this, on the bottom of the stabilizer, there's little hooks, which go in the big holes, and big grippies, which go in the little holes. So it's going to go this way, like this, and like this. You know what? I'm just going to tip this camera up a smidge. There we go. It'll be a little bit better for me. And look, all I'm doing is just pushing in the backs now. I like to pick it up to do it. There we go. And this one. There we go. It's clipped in place. Cool. For those of you just joining, we're building the TKL from oneupkeyboards.com. There's the oneupkeyboards.com. I'm also wearing the hoodie. Yeah! Don't forget, if you've just joined, please do press like and please do press subscribe. We're at 293 viewers at the moment, which is pretty spectacular. Welcome to all. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome to those of you who have just decided to join. Don't forget that Super Chat is enabled with over 200 people currently viewing. It's very likely that I will miss questions. So if there's any burning questions that you have that you don't want me to miss, please do use the Super Chat function. This channel is Super Chat enabled. Just checking that's the right way around. It is. Pete, if I decide to install a few LEDs in the future, would it be possible on this board? Absolutely. There's two different ways you can install LEDs, and if you check out my old videos, you can, of course, see some of those ways. One of the ways is by including LEDs, which are SMD LEDs. Let me just show that off. You can include those along here, and that will provide some glow through your glass fiber middle. Or you can do top through the switch LEDs, which also work as well on this board, and you can include either of those in the future as you want. It's no problem. You can totally do that. I'm just going to do the enter key here. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing that I do, that I like to do, is to just include a little bit of lubricant on the stabilizers, just to make sure that over time that they don't degrade any. So I'm just going to do that with a little tiny daub here. Just going to do that right in this corner. Oh, it's not coming out. Come on out. There we go. For those of you who've just joined the channel, who've never watched before, I'm Ski with Pete. I do quite a lot of technology-based stuff, and I also do a lot of mechanical keyboard stuff. I'm also the owner of oneupkeyboards.com, which is where you can buy this kit. I'm building this for a customer this morning. He is in the channel watching along with us, so the pressure's on for me, but I'm trying to do him a nice build. So this keyboard, exactly as it is with these Zealios. Now, for those of you who are new to the show, you might not know exactly what a Zealio is. A Zealio is a tactile big bump switch. It's what I like to call an exotic switch because it's a little more rare maybe than some of the other ones. Which bits do you lube on the stabs? Great question. Let me just zoom in. Oh, that's what fell off the desk. Let me just find where the remote went. Huh. Oh, there. No, it didn't fall off the desk. There it is. Let me show you on the stab where exactly I'm lubing. And you can lube a stab even if it's already in place. Let me just show you here. You see, what I'm doing is lubing this front corner right there, where the metal and the plastic meet. That's where it rubs. You can see right there. I'm just going around. You can't see because I'm too zoomed in, but I'm just going around and moving all of these. I'm just doing this to all of the stabs just to help that lube seat in a little, but I'm just going to leave it exactly as it is. Yeah. Cool. All right. Next up, we're going to start to get this plate ready. Okay. Sorry, we're still a little zoomed in here. Just another quick thing to say. This is real carbon fiber. This isn't like some plastic plate with some sticker on it. This is real, genuine carbon fiber. So it's super light and it's super strong. This is a great plate. If you're going to be making a keyboard, this is the sort of stuff that you want to be doing with it. Thank you to everybody. I've just looked over. I noticed we have 355 viewers currently watching. That's fantastic. Thank you again. Don't forget, watch this in full 1080p. The more likes we get, the more people get to join the channel. I say that I'm building a mechanical keyboard with carbon fiber, and I am building a keyboard with carbon fiber. So please do press the like button. It looks like this. It's a little thumbs up. Press the like button. Don't forget to press subscribe, and then go into the About section below. That's where it says Show More down here, or if you're on mobile, it's over here. Go to the Gleam.io link, Gleam.io. Go there, sign up. You can be in to win this Cooler Master Keys Pro M keyboard, which is the giveaway. The giveaway ends next Sunday. So thank you to everybody who's already entered. Thank you to everybody who's come and already subscribed. Thanks very much, guys. Welcome to the show. For those of you who are new, don't forget to say what's up. What else can I tell you? 1080p. This show is really worth watching because of the 1080p. And shortly, we're going to be switching over to the solder cam, where I'm going to be using the soldering iron, and I'll solder all the switches in, and you guys will see exactly what's involved in making a keyboard. Okay, so now that I've put the top plate and the stabs in, I'm going to move on to the switches. Now, the switches have something a little bit peculiar with them that I just want to call out. It's that the switches are PCB mount, but of course, this is a plate mount keyboard, so I don't need the PCB mounts. So I'm actually going to be trimming those off of these switches. Let me just show you exactly what that is and what that means. Whoa, look at the subscribers come pouring in. Look at this little rise just in the last few seconds. And of course, this many new subscribers today. Thank you to everybody who has come and joined in. Welcome to everyone and all. This is exactly what it says it is. I'm building a carbon fiber keyboard custom here. These are going to be the switches. These are what's called Zealios switches. And maybe you're familiar with Cherry MX switches. This is a Cherry MX clone. It's called Gateron. It comes in this perfectly clear housing here, like this. It's a very beautiful switch. These are factory lubed, which means that they're already smoother when they come through from the factory. And they're a tactile switch. You can see, maybe you can tell by the way I'm pushing it, that there's a bump in there. And that bump, they're a lot like Cherry MX Clear, but they're pre-lubed. They've got a bigger, rounder bump. And the clear housing, a lot of people, myself included, think that these are a better switch. These are one of the best switches, in my opinion, that you can buy. This one is modded with a 62-gram spring, which is, of course, lighter than what you get with the Cherry MX Clear. It's a great, great switch. Now, I just wanted to show you, while we're up close and personal here, I just want to show you that these are what's called PCB mount. So PCB mount means that it's got what's called 5-pin. So you can see the two metal pins. Of course, we're going to leave those 2 pins alone. And it's got this center column. That center column is where, when you push the switch down, that's where the spring goes into. So, sorry, it's not the spring, it's the bottom of the stem. That's where the bottom of the stem goes into. You can see it entering and exiting there. But what I am going to remove are these 2 plastic pegs. See the 2 plastic pegs in the corners here? Those 2 plastic pegs are not needed for a plate mount. So I'm actually going to remove them. This part of the process takes a few minutes, but I'm just going to remove them here like this. Don't forget, guys and girls, wear eye protection when you're doing this. I'm, of course, wearing glasses because I'm a 4 eyes. But if you don't, remember, get protective glasses out, because the last thing you want is one of these little pieces of plastic flying into your eye. All right, so now that I've removed those 2 little pegs, you can see that it looks a little bit different to the one on the right. That is exactly true. So all I'm going to do is just make my way through all of these. And while I do that, I'm going to hang out with you guys. So I'm just going to, look, you see, put my thumb over it, clip it so it doesn't go flying off, and then I can put it down there and spin it around, get the other side, line it up, put my thumb over the top of it, clip that there. Dang, done. Okay, I'm going to keep doing this, but I'm only going to do it for the first bit. I'm going to do it on the first 4. So I'll explain to you in a second why I'm only doing the first 4, but that's all I'm going to do. For those of you who are new, don't forget to press like, don't forget to press subscribe, don't forget to watch in full 1080p, which is why this channel is so cool. And then don't forget to go check the About section below for a link to the Gleam.io giveaway. And while you're here, you might as well go check out oneupkeyboards.com. If you're kind of new to mechanical keyboards, this is a community-based shop with a lot of really cool stuff that I'm sure you will love. So I've done my first 4 switches. So if you just give me one quick second, I'm just going to throw these little stems away. Don't forget, of course, that this show is super chat enabled. So if you guys have any burning questions that I'm missing, which I'm sure you do, you can use the super chat functionality to get in on it. Cool. Okay. Why did I just do the first 4? Well, the reason is that I want to just pin the first 4 corners down on the board so that I can create the start of a base. So what I'm going to do here is push these first 4 switches into place. So I'm going to start with top right. All I do is push it into the board, and then on the other side, make sure that it's fully flush inside the PCB. I'm going to switch to Action Cam for a quick second here to show you exactly what that looks like. There in Action Cam, you can see it's upside down, but I've pushed this switch all the way into the plate until it clicked, and then I've pushed the PCB in so that it's nice and flush along the bottom of the switch there, just like that. That's exactly what it should look like, and that's what it does look like. So let's push another switch in. I'm going to do this next one. Okay, so seeing here, there's the 2 holes that are on a diagonal. Oh, let me pull this out. There's these 2 holes, right, which are on this diagonal. Oops, you can't quite see it. You see there's this one and this one. This one and this one. They correspond to the 2 pins on the bottom of the switch. Like that, which tells me that it goes this way around. I'm just going to push it through. And then I'm going to lift the board up until it's like that. It's exactly right. And then I'm just going to check that on the other side that both of the little pins have pushed through. They have. Both the little pins pushed through. And it's nice and flush along the bottom, which it is. You can see that. All right. Moving right along. Thank you to everybody who's joined the channel today. This is amazing. You guys are great. Thanks so much for coming and being part of this. Look at all the new subscribers. Look at this. It's insane. Look at this. And look at Steph's little head right here. Oh, I forget. Oh, I gotta remember this. I think it's pushed to the left, but why don't I do the escape key first? No, wrong way around. Okay, there's a foolproof way to doing the bottom row. Because the bottom row has different options on where you can lay stuff out, there's a foolproof way, which is to put keycaps on your switches and then to put them in place. But I happen to have a keyboard already here, already ready to go. And I can tell you that it's to the left, to the left, to the left. So it's always to the left on the left side. And Steph, we're doing a standard bottom row, that's correct?
What?
We assume so. He told us he was buying third-party caps. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's got
Vendy says, I want a wrench.
Navy gray dub side, Dyson thick PVT. Bought for real force. Still fit on there.
I don't know. Does Real Force have the Cherry MX stems? I'm not sure.
Profile cherry. Yeah, that looks like a standard.
Yeah, okay. Standard is what I recommend anyways. Otherwise, you're just limiting the number of keycaps you can use in the future. Okay, getting ready. We're going to switch over to Action Cam. Sorry, not Action Cam. We're going to switch over to Solder Cam in just a few seconds. Thank you to everybody who's currently on the channel. 365 people currently watching. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. Don't forget to watch in full 1080p. Don't forget to go check the About section for the... oh, I lost the piece of paper that goes in behind this. What did I do with it? Huh. I lost the piece of paper that goes behind this thing. Oh, here it is. Found it. Alrighty. So now that I've put the 4 first corners in, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm ready to solder those in. I'm just going to make sure that it's properly seated. You can see sometimes it bounces out. So I'm just going to do that. And what I'm going to do is get ready for soldering. Now, for those of you who are new, this is my favorite part. You want to hear the sound of these switches? You will shortly, but I've already got the switches here on a 62 gram board. All right, sweet as you like. My favorite part of this show is solder cam. Solder cam. So what I'm going to do now is fire up the soldering iron. And just while that's heating up, I'm going to go grab a small glass of water for myself. I will be right back. For everybody who joins the show while I'm stepping away, don't forget to remind everybody that I will be just seconds away. Thank you to everybody who's come in and pressed like and subscribe. We've got tons of likes, tons of subscribes today. That's great. We only have 187 likes for the 347 people watching. So if you haven't already, please do press like. The more likes we get, the more people get to come and watch the stream. The more people who get to come and watch the stream, the bigger and cooler the stuff we get to do on this show. And subscribe. The subscription thing, I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. The reason I'm trying to do that is to have the first full live stream keyboard meetup in the YouTube space. It'll be super fun. Please do stick around for that. Let me go grab a quick glass of water. You guys can check out my 1UP Keyboards hoodie. Go check out oneupkeyboards.com. I'm just going to grab a glass of water and I'll be right back. In and out of the glass straight onto my foot.
Too quick.
Far too quick. It's really warm in here. Is it me or is it you?
It's you, but you can turn that off.
Oh, it's getting hot. All right, guys. Just about to move over to the solder cam. I'm just going to put this up on the desk, which is my fan to blow stuff away. Going to move the bottom and underside out of the way. All right. Correctly got the inside pointed towards the keyboard, which means that it'll push all the air away. Karnak steel. You thought it was fast, huh? It's not going to be that fast. I'm just going to press up. Get that up to 650. All right. Here's the solder. Just going to move this over. All right, guys, ready for this? We are headed to solder cam. All right, just quick couple wipes there. And now let's do solder cam. Solder cam. All right, I'm only just doing the first 2 switches here. So the first 2, I meant the first few. I'm actually doing 4 switches on the 4 corners. Okay. And then this one here. This solder is so much better than the stuff I was using last week. Oh my god. All right, keep your eyes in the top left corner whenever things get crazy. I'm just going to do a little craziness right here, and then I'm going to re-tin the tip. Don't forget, guys, wear eye protection when you're doing this sort of stuff. I, of course, am wearing spectacles, so it's a little bit easier for me. All right, well, that was your preview of solder cam, so you get to see what it's like. Those are the first 4 corners put in. I can undo the fan here. All right, move that off to the side for a quick second. All right, guys, 388 watching with 229 likes. Thank you so much. If you haven't already pressed like, please press like now. If you haven't already pressed subscribe, please do so now. Of course, I'd love it if you guys would go into the About section below where it says See More, Show More, or if you're on mobile over here into the corner where it says where the V is, there's like a V. Click that, then go to the gleam.io and you can be in to win this Cooler Master Pro Master Keys Pro M RGB backlit LED keyboard. Or even better, go to oneupkeyboards.com and check out the stuff that you need to build this board, which is a custom carbon fiber, fully programmable keyboard. This is a pretty special board with Zealios. Okay, the next thing for me is I got 2 parts here, and both of them take a few minutes. What I'm going to do is be putting the standoffs onto the board. These standoffs will make it easier for me to push these in the switches in, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to remove this like this. Whoops, they're on the runaway. You see, my desk isn't quite level. That's why stuff rolls off of it. It's also a little bit concave, which is often why when I test out a keyboard, you'll see that I'm like, don't believe it, guys. It looks like it's unstable, but it's my desk. That happens. I do that a lot. Like when I tested out the Fission keyboard, I was just checking that out, actually, that video. And you can see the keyboard rocking back and forth as I'm doing it. It's a bit of a shame, but I also kind of like this metally keyboard, this metally desk. It's kind of cool. Well, thank you again to everybody who's come and joined and pressed subscribe. We've grown, this channel has grown quite a bit today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check that out. That is just new people who've subscribed since the start of the stream. Thank you again to everybody who's come and joined. Don't forget, use that subscription to enter the giveaway, the Gleam.io giveaway for the keyboard. That'll be awesome. Whoops, that fell through. So these standoffs will make a whole lot more sense in a second. But basically what I'm trying to do is make it so that when I push the switch through, that there's open space behind the keyboard. Raul Gabriel, I just looked up and it says I'm new here. Hello, hello, Raul Gabriel. Graham Healy, what's going on? Do I recommend the Poker 3 with MX Browns? Yeah, there's no reason not to. The Poker 3 is a quality keyboard. It's what's called on-board programmable, which is, of course, different than fully programmable. And if you don't know the difference, you should go check out my video called Not All Keyboards Are Created Equal, Not All Keyboards Are Programmable. In that video, I explain the different types of programmable keyboards. With 387 viewers, again, a reminder to everybody, make sure you're watching in full 1080p. And make sure you press like. The likes really help me, even more than subscriptions. Wait, maybe that's not true. Subscriptions help me a lot. But likes help this video grow and grow and grow. All right. Yo, I'm new here. What are you making? I am making the TKL keyboard from oneupkeyboards.com. If you haven't already been to oneupkeyboards.com, you should totally go check it out. This is a fully custom keyboard, and it's fully programmable. This is a carbon fiber build for one of our customers at One Up Keyboards. For those of you who don't know, I am the owner of One Up Keyboards. So I'm making this custom keyboard for one of our customers. He's actually in the stream today, or at least he was earlier. His name is John Della Guardia. He is about to get an amazing keyboard. YouTube recommended this to me, and it's actually something I'm interested in. Way to go, YouTube. Wicked Dimension, welcome to the show. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. And we've just passed 24,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Obviously, looking forward to hitting 25,000. That would be amazing. Let's keep it going. Welcome to everybody who's new to the show today. Everybody is welcome to join. I don't know. Welcome to everybody. I'm building a keyboard from One Up Keyboards. It's the 87 or the TKL. There's a link in the About section below. There's lots of cool links in the About section below if you haven't already checked it. You can check out my Amazon affiliate links. Lots of cool stuff for keyboards and all the stuff on my desk you'll be able to find in that affiliate link. Don't forget, of course, Zombie says, how much different are Gateron Browns than Zealios? Zombie, that's a question I actually handled in depth in last night's live stream. You should go check that out. But basically, the easiest quick answer to it is there's a bigger bump on a Zealio. It's more tactile. There's a bigger notch on it. And the spring is slightly stiffer, but it needs to be in order to accommodate that bigger bump. So how much does a kit cost at One Up Keyboards? Do you have ISO kits? So we have ISO kits for the TKL. Of course, it comes without keycaps. This kit, as it's being made today, is 400 and how much was it, Steph? $410, something like that. $420. Balind Borza says, hi, I love your videos. Subscribe and like it. Thank you very much. Okay, so flipping this over here. So now things will be much easier. Let me switch over to the action cam so you can see. Things will be much easier to press into this board as we get to that stage. I'm not quite at that stage yet. I'm just going to put this off to the side. And what I am going to do is start clipping these switches. So as I showed earlier, what I'm going to do is just take off these two little plastic legs here that are unnecessary for our build as we're doing it today. There's one little plastic leg, and there's the other little plastic leg. All right, I got to do that to a bunch of switches. All right, just making my way through the switches here. There's tons of questions. Just a reminder, because I'm going to miss a ton of questions, just a reminder that the mods in this channel are great. A lot of the mods come from the mechanical keyboard community. They can answer a lot of your questions. But if you have a question that you want only me to answer, don't forget you can use Super Chat. Super Chat is enabled on today's live stream. $321 people watching. Thank you very much. Don't forget, we are in full 1080p. I'm doing this a little high. Let me just tip my camera a little bit, so you can see as I do it. No, it's still a little high. Oh no, there we go. Just knocking those little plastic legs off. Here you can see the little legs. I'm just going to knock those two off. Bang. Hello to everybody. I'm just going to start yelling out some hellos. Isaac is in the house. Master Effendi is in the house. Wang Bowen, Stephen Tudor, the Pikaze, Der Robust, Lord Zambo, Noob Let's Play. Xander plays video games. Not really Daedalus. What's going on? Not really Daedalus. AP Fox is in the house. Kevin Chung. What am I doing? Right now, I'm just clipping the little legs. Oops, that should go over here. And the switch will go over there in a second. Right now, I'm clipping the legs off of switches as I make a custom keyboard build. Over here on the left, you can see the beginnings of the keyboard. I just need to get through the switches as I continue towards the goal of ultimately building that keyboard. Just showing what exactly all the steps. Hofstad says me. Jamie Tan, Relics. I need more low. Menma, Cooler, Tex. Ganito is in the house. Sam H is in the house. Am I having a great day? Of course I'm having a great day. I'm building a keyboard. How great is that? For those of you who are new to the stream, you will know that I just keep on saying it. Please do press like. Please do press subscribe. We're at 317 watching and 285 likes, so that's pretty damn good. I'm not sure why we've got so many dislikes, but hey man, this says that it's a mechanical keyboard build with carbon fiber. There's the carbon fiber keyboard right there. These are the switches that are going into it. These are Zealios switches from oneupkeyboards.com. There's oneupkeyboards.com. You can go check out. Don't forget, in the show more or about section below, you can find a link to the giveaway on gleam.io, which is really easy to register for. And of course, you can use your subscription to this channel to enter. So thank you to everybody who's already gone ahead and done that. I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to keep on motoring through this stuff. Are they Cherry MX Blues? No, these are not. These are actually called Zealios. Zealios are made by a company called Gateron. They're a Cherry MX clone. but a lot of people, myself included, believe that these are a superior clone to Cherry MX. They're less scratchy, and they're pre-lubed, and they got a bigger bump, and these are like Cherry MX clears, but with a bigger bump. They're really, really nice switches. They're quite expensive. If you're just buying individual switches, you'll notice that they're definitely expensive, but they are a custom community-made switch, and in my humble opinion, they are the best switch currently available in the market. So we're just making our way through here. I'm doing okay. Pretty good time. Whoops, time-wise. Just give me a sec. Thank you to everybody who's joined the show today. Thank you to everybody who's already pressed subscribe and already pressed like. I can see that actually a slight minority of the audience is using 1080p. I really don't know why. Oh, a lot of people are watching 720p, so maybe that's the limit of your device or something. But what's that? 1080, 720p is still very good. You know, you'll still be getting pretty darn good resolution for watching this. And of course, we're progressing towards using the solder cam again. So you guys know I've invested quite heavily in this show. I'm up to 5 different cameras. So here you can see the 5 different views, and of course the live subscriber view. We're on our way towards 25,000 subscribers, which would be an amazing threshold. You can see we got Selfie Cam 1 and Selfie Cam 2. We've got Action Cam and Overhead Cam. There's Overhead Cam there. And, of course, Solder Cam, which is my favorite camera. And, you know, you, like me, can watch the subscribers rolling in, which is pretty amazing. So these Zealios are actually Gateron purples. They're called Zealios because they were designed by a guy who goes by the name Zeal PC. He's one of the users, one of the community members. And Zeal created the design for the Zeal switch. So it is made by Gateron. It is made by Gateron, but it is his unique design, and that's why they're called Zealios rather than Gateron purples. Hello, Xenon Dudu Vlad. Is this keyboard going to have backlight? No, it is not. That's not the plan for this keyboard. At least not as part of this build. It's going to be a build without backlight. It's going to be without lighting at all, in fact. This is just the bare board, as it were. It is, yeah, future upgradable. You can at some point add that in. What this inspired by my question about your keyboard yesterday. Sorry, Jared, I'm not sure if I understand the question. How are the switches? I really like Cherry MX Blues. I'm thinking of exploring other options. That's exactly what you should do, is explore. Go to oneupkeyboards.com and go buy a couple sample packs. Try out some different switches. Steph, actually, her preference for clicky switch is also available on oneupkeyboards.com. It's called the Gatistottle. The Gatistottle is a combination of Gateron and Aristotle switch. It's the most clicky switch in the world, or at least that I'm aware of. It's a super clicky switch. In fact, I've got one right here that uses it. Let me just show you real quick. Super clicky switch. Oh, this pin's a little bit bent. Just gonna bend this back. which part do you cut off the key switch? Let me show you again. Sure. I'm going to go to the action cam view, and I'm just going to show you here. You see, these are called 5 pins because on the bottom they actually, let me get this the right way around. They actually have 5 pins. Those 5 pins, you see those 2 plastic spikes on the outside edge? You can see one right there. See that metal one? That's not the one you want to cut off. You want to cut off this plastic one back here. And the reason you do that is just that this is a plate mount build, so you don't need them, and they require a lot of force to press into the PCB. And if you're not doing a PCB build, you don't actually need them. They just kind of get in the way and slow things down. So that's why I'm clipping them all off, just like that, over and over and over again. Welcome again to everybody. It looks like we have almost 300 viewers. If you haven't already, please do press like. The more likes we get, the more viewers we get on the show, the better it is for me. The more subscribers I get, the closer we get to our ultimate goal of 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to go back to the everything view. Everything, there we go. So now you can see just about everything that's going on here. I'm broadcasting live this morning from my apartment in New York City. For those of you who are new to the show, thank you and welcome, and appreciate you guys joining. For those of you who've been around for a while and have decided that you'd like to support the channel, you can do so in the About section below. You can buy me a cup of coffee, or you can support this channel on Patreon. Thank you to everybody who already supports the channel. Thank you especially to my mods who are here week in, week out. I know a lot of you guys do support the channel in your various ways, especially through your moderating, which I definitely do appreciate. Switch back just overhead for a few minutes here. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning here in New York. Bright sunny skies outside. It is freezing cold, however, so it's a beautiful morning to be making a keyboard, that's for sure. Pete, who does the camera switching? John, I do the camera switching. Check it out though. Isn't it pretty incredible that I'm able to like go from this camera to this camera? Oh wait, this camera stopped working. There it is. Look, with my hand still on the desk. Look at this. What? How did I possibly? I use a foot keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard that I use with my feet. That's how I do it. In fact, can I show that off? It's through your generous donations, by the way, both to the channel through Patreon and by buying me cups of coffee, that I'm able to do stuff like this. Check it out. This is my foot controller, and you see everything. This is my everything cam. This is my overhead plus selfie. This is my overhead 3, so you can see the subscribers as they come in too. Action cam and subs. What's up? There you go. That's exactly how it happens. So thank you again to everybody who does support this channel. That's pretty spectacular and amazing. We're up to 315 viewers. That's amazing, guys. Thank you. 322 watching and 322 likes. That is amazing. Thank you very much to everybody who's pressed like. Thank you to everybody who's pressed subscribe. And thank you to everybody who today has joined the giveaway for that awesome Cooler Master keyboard. Thank you to Cooler Master for giving away that keyboard on the show. And go check out 1UP Keyboards if you haven't already. So I'm just making my way through this bag as quick as I can here, cutting off these the little legs, the little stems on all these switches. Soon enough, I'm going to start popping them in. I'm down to the last 20 or so. It won't be long now. It won't be long. You know, I got to be honest, it's kind of fun watching the subscriptions come in. I'm just going to add the third. It's kind of fun watching them come in. So if you haven't already, please do press subscribe. You'll be able to see your subscription added to the total right here and now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Love it. Thank you to all of you guys who are pressing subscribe and joining the show and joining the channel. Really do appreciate it. It's awesome to hang out with you guys on a Sunday morning like this, or a Sunday afternoon, or a Sunday evening, or Monday morning, depending where in the world you are. Why am I popping the legs off? Because these legs are PCB mount legs, and we're doing a plate mount build. The legs that come on Gaterons are quite thick, and they don't sit in the PCBs, especially narrow PCBs like the GON PCB that I've got with me today. So that's why. This just makes life a whole lot easier and simpler. I don't need to break my thumbs by pushing everything in super hard for basically no gain. The little welds are more than sufficient to hold the PCB in place. It's all good like that, so that's why I'm doing it. Look at all these subscriptions coming in. Thank you, guys. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, while you're doing the subscription, do press like. Oh, and if you want to be notified, here's a great thing. If you want to be notified for my upcoming shows, here's how to subscribe to get notified. Let me just press this button to show you how it happens. Okay, guys, here's how you subscribe and catch all the live streams. First, click subscribe, like you normally would. Then click the gear beside it. Now you'll see the notification menu. Click send me all notifications for this channel. That means that next time I start my live stream, you'll get a notification to let you know it's about to start. Cool, so that's how that works. The subscription notification means that you'll find out as soon as I start broadcasting my live streams. You'll be notified, so you can come check out whatever I'm up to in the future. Next week, I'm planning to do the review of that Cooler Master keyboard that I'm giving away in the About section with the gleam.io link, so you can go check that out. That'll be super fun. Whoops, and that's exactly why you should put your thumb over it, and you should wear eye protection. I just clipped one off and it went flying off to the side here. So this morning I am building a 1UP Keyboards carbon fiber custom keyboard. Right now I'm just preparing the switches to be put into the board. It's a little bit time consuming, but I'm almost there. Oh, you want to see the counter back? There's the counter. There's about a 15-second delay, so if you press subscribe and keep your eye on it, you'll see about 15 seconds later that your subscription gets counted in there. So thank you again to everybody who's pressed subscribe. Hofstad, you can get modded. The best way to do it is to come back a couple times, make sure that you're participating positively, that all the other mods are down with what you're doing, and then you'll get modded. Whoops, already cut that one off. Yep, cut them both off. Live subscribers, look at you guys all joining in. Thank you very much for pressing subscribe. Don't forget to press like, and don't forget to check the About section for that link to the giveaway of the Cooler Master Master Keys Pro M keyboard, which is going to be given away next Sunday, which is amazing. Really looking forward to that. Now, 92 and I need 87, so that would leave me with 5 left over. Yep, correct. So I'm 4 away from finishing this up. That's great. This is definitely the most boring part of the show, and I'm almost done with it. Steph, I'm going to ask you a favor, darling. Could you grab me another little glass of water, please? I just need a quick chug. I've been doing a lot of talking, and my God, I need some chugging. All right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Was that Google thinking that I was saying hello? Thank you, Stephanie. Oh my God. So thirsty. So for those of you who've just joined the channel, I am building this TKL keyboard over here out of carbon fiber. I have often asked to please press like and please press subscribe. I'm just cleaning up the little mess that I made with all the little plastic stems that I've taken off these switches. And then we're going to get to the much more interesting part where I start building the keyboard. Don't forget to go check out all the parts and pieces that you need to build this exact keyboard on oneupkeyboards.com. For those of you who don't know, I am the owner of oneupkeyboards.com. So I'm very proud to be making one of our keyboards today for the live stream for you guys. We're at 24,100. Oh. Yeah, 101. Yeah, on our march towards 25,000. Thank you again to everybody who's come in, joined, and pressed like and pressed subscribe. I really do appreciate it, guys. That's awesome. We're on the march forward to get more subscribers. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. And then, of course, use your subscription to enter into this week's giveaway, which is for a Cooler Master keyboard. Thank you again to Cooler Master. Let me just show off that keyboard real quick. This is the Cooler Master Master Keys Pro M keyboard that they're going to be giving away, which is an RGB backlit TK keyboard. You see, TK means it's got the number pad here, but no arrow keys. It's kind of a compact number padded keyboard, and of course, it's unreleased. So you can enter to win by going into the About section below, where it says Show More, and you can be in to win. Oh, these are going in so smooth. It's like butter. Oh, it's going in so smooth until that one. Let me just flip it over and take a look. Oh no, it went through. Went through. Sometimes they don't go through, and we'll check for that in a minute. But usually when they don't just glide in like that, you can tell. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys real quick exactly what I'm doing here, exactly what this all looks like. Just zooming in, zooming in. All right, you see, just gonna grab a pair of tweezers here. You see here we have those two there. Those two, those correspond to the two pins on the back of the switch. There and there, those two metal pins. And so what I'm gonna do is line those up and then just push it straight into the hole. That's it. That's all I got to do. And it should pretty much click into place. Just like that. $316 people currently watching. Thank you again to everybody who's come and joined today's show. If you haven't already, please do press like and please do press subscribe. All right. Let me click that in again. Click this one in. Here, you know what? I'm going to switch over to Action Cam for you to see some of these. Oh, Action Cam's not working great. There we go, Action Cam. All right, I'm just going to show you what it looks like here as I push this in like that. There you go, it just slips right in. I'm going to push another one in. Again, lining those two pins up at the top into the hole like that and just push it in. You can't really see that one, it was partially blocked. This one is also going to be partially blocked, but you'll see a full one in just a second. You see here, just like this. Yeah, and you just push it in. Easy. Easy peasy. Building a mechanical keyboard. Here we go. Okay, going this row. Going in this side. Pushing them in. Bingo bongo. Bingo bongo. Bingo, bongo. Don't forget, guys, if you have any burning questions that you want me to answer, please use the super chat function. That way I know for sure I will catch it.
Does it work?
No, I'm good, thanks, with my regular water here. These switches are called Zealios. You can find them on oneupkeyboards.com. These are what I call exotic switches. They're a bit more rare. They're made by Gateron. They are a delicious little switch. These are a tactile switch, very similar to Cherry MX Clear, but with a slightly rounder bump and a bit more tactility. They're also pre-lubricated at the factory, and they have custom spring weights. These ones here are 62 grams, and that's actually all that we have left on OneUp keyboards at the moment. It's 62 grams. This is the TKL board in carbon fiber that I'm making from oneupkeyboards.com. I'm the owner of oneupkeyboards.com, and I'm actually building this for a customer this morning. This would be, if it was in my my stable, this would be amongst the best keyboards that I use. I have a 62 gram Zealios keyboard, but mine's a 60%, and building this is making me want to build one. You know what I'm saying? I do custom keyboards. If you guys are interested in having your own OneUp Keyboards kit built live on a live stream, it is something that can be arranged. Use the contact us form on oneupkeyboards.com, and I'll see what I can do for you. I just saw somebody ask, does Pete like blue switch the most? My favorite switch is actually this switch, which is the Zealio switch. I like the tactile bump. Although I've just started using lubricated red Gaterons with my SA switches, SA keycaps, and I actually really like those. I'm really digging it. So there's competition. There's competition for my affection, that's for sure. So you can see this is the, this is the main part of building a keyboard, which is putting the switches into place. This keyboard in particular is the GON PCB, which is a great PCB. And this is the carbon fiber top. This is a real carbon fiber top. I'll show you later on in the show how you can test if you've bought real carbon fiber or if you've bought some fake stuff. Just making my way through 315 viewers currently on the show. Thank you and welcome to everybody with 398 likes. It's getting pretty close to our record. Well, not that close. Our record is 1,000 likes during a live stream. So if you haven't already, please do press like. Please do press subscribe. Subscribe. Look at that. We're at 24,130 on the march towards 25,000. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. As I said, my plan is when I hit 100,000 is to do a live stream from the YouTube space here in New York City. And we're going to get a bunch of people together and have a pretty awesome show, a live stream show from inside YouTube, which will be amazing. But YouTube will only let me do it once I have 100,000 subscribers. So that is why I'm working towards that number in particular. Although every subscriber counts, Every subscriber matters. And I really do appreciate you guys coming and joining and hanging out with me this morning. Now, I'm not sure if my man is here, John Della Guardia, but if you are here, here's one little thing I'd just like to point out. These switches are openable switches, so you can, in future, open them and tune them or do anything you want to do with them. And one that I might encourage you to do is if you can get your hands on a 78 gram spring, you might want to replace the spacebar with a stiffer spring. It's not something you need to do urgently or anything like that. I'm just saying, if it is something you want to do, it is something you could do. And the way to do that is just with a pair of those non-magnetic tweezers. You just push down on the inside of this. You can see it here if I hold it up nice and close. You just push down in inside these holes, and you can pop the top right off. You see it's just a couple clips holding it down, and you can open that switch right up and replace the spring in there, no problemo. Okay, and then on the bottom row, as I said before, it goes left, 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 which means that I'm always going to be sticking to that left side while I'm on the left side here. I'm pretty sure on the right side, I go to the right side. I'm just going to double check on this other keyboard. Yeah, you go right, right, right. And then the space bar is the one on the left. So I'm just going to go to the one on the left here. And then on the right, it goes to the right. So we're going to go there. Go here. Oh, that's the wrong, excuse me, that's the wrong hole. So I'm just going to use my switch puller here and just pull that right back out, and I'm just going to put it into the right hand sided one. There we go. $322 viewers at the moment. Thank you very much to everybody who's come and joined. Don't forget you can buy all the parts and pieces that you see on my desk and in this build in the About section below. And of course there's that awesome giveaway too. Look at that, boys. Eat your hearts out. That is what a full keyboard looks like. Look at that. Let me just do some more keyboard porn here. Just gonna move this action cam a little bit like that. I just want this to... Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's so good looking, especially with those clear stabs. Those look really cool, actually. Those are a nice little addition. All right. Time to flip this board over. Let me just show you exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I'm just going to rub my finger. Oh, hold on one sec. I'm going to switch back to autofocus. I'm just going to rub my finger over each of these to see those little two pegs that are poking through. I need to make sure that they're through on each of these little switches. And you can see some of them get a little bit munted up. And I'm just going to straighten those out. Some of them get munted, some of them don't make it all the way through. This one's also a little munted. I might need my tweezers for that one. this. Oops. Which one was it? It was this one here. You know what? I'm going to pull that one out, that B. Just going to pop it out. And I'm going to straighten that little leg out. You see the little hook that was created there? Can you see that? You can just barely see it, eh? Let's see if I can. See, it's got a little hook. And that shouldn't be like that. It should be nice and flat. So I'm just going to straighten that out. Just like that. And then pop it back in. Yeah, that's much better. Okay? And I'm just going to, what I do is, I just drag my finger over. Oh, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm just going to drag my finger over because the best way to tell if these things have made it through is actually with a little finger test. Because you can feel it easier than you can see it. So I'm just going to go and touch every single one of them. Oh, see, this K didn't come through. This happens very often. Which one is that? No. Can't quite tell. Looks like it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. This happens all the time. It's why I recommend these switch pullers. And it's also why we put in some extra switches in the kit. This one just got a little bit munted, got bent over. So now what I'm going to do is use my pliers to straighten it back out. There we go. Just about straight. There we go. Now I'm going to slide that puppy back in. And then check on the other side if that K came through this time. It did come through this time, so we're sweet. So where was I? I was on this row, so let's start over here. Yeah, and then this one. Zero. There we go. Oh, that little plus is a little bit bent, but I can straighten that out. All right. That's through, that's through, that's through, that's through. Now we're on the top row here, just doing the final inspect. All right, we're getting close. All right, guys. We're all through. Everything is ready to go. So now we are ready to move on to the next section, which is soldering. Again, this is my favorite part, everybody's favorite part, because we're going to use the solder cam with 298 viewers and 433 likes. We could hit the record, guys. We could actually do this. If you haven't already, please do press like. Please do press subscribe. Thank you. Let's keep this going. Okay. Please press like right now. We're going to try to get up towards the 500 mark. This is going to be the best part because this, for those of you who just joined, is the solder cam. And with the solder cam, we're going to go over and we're going to go take a look and we're going to solder each of the switches in so you guys can get a nice in-depth, up-close view of each of the solder bridges, see exactly how that's made, see exactly what's right and what's worked and what hasn't, so you guys will be able to help me if I miss some stuff. Never drink or eat anywhere where you're soldering. So now that I've done my drink, I can get ready to start soldering. Thank you again to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you again to everybody who's pressed like and everybody who's pressed subscribe. Thank you to everybody who has joined today's giveaway for this Master Keys Pro M. I'm wearing my 1UP Keyboards hoodie. I'm the owner of OneUpKeyboards.com. Thank you again to everybody who's gone and checked out OneUpKeyboards.com and all the parts of this build. I am building this custom Tenkeyless keyboard. This is a beauty. This is a full carbon fiber build with Zealios 62-gram switches, and this is for one of our customers. So he's going to be super excited with this. And of course, he'll get an up-close view of how all of my soldering bridges have worked out. In the future, if he ever goes to sell this, of course, he can send this video to that person who's going to be purchasing it, and they will get to see also the quality of all of my solder bridges. So that's exciting too. And of course, if you are planning on building one of these keyboards at home in the future, you can come back to this video and watch and make sure that you've got all the parts and all the pieces and all the steps in the right order and everything is working out. I'm just doing another quick visual inspect here, making sure that the switches that are a little bit looser. Okay, so around the middle of the board here, there's a little bit of flex. I'm just going to make sure that I push that down. All right, turning the solder cam on. Kiro says, Pete, how do I join the giveaway? Go into the About section below. It's where it says Show More. Find the Gleam.io link. Go to Gleam.io, put in your email address and your name. That's all you have to do. I'm not going to spam. Nobody spams. Gleam.io doesn't spam. I don't spam. We're not going to send you any emails unless you win. That's all you need to do. Once you go into the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, and you are in to win that awesome keyboard. Which awesome keyboard? That awesome keyboard. That RGB ProMaster Keys M RGB LED blue switch, which is a TK keyboard. It's a really cool keyboard. Thank you again to Cooler Master for hooking me up with that for the giveaway. All right, guys, 296 watching with 464 likes. Thank you again to everybody. I'm just going to switch on the solder cam. Oh, I got to put the fan back up. Oh, good thing I remembered that. Okay, I got the fan going. All right, guys, it's at 500 degrees, 590, 600, 625, and we are at 650. Pete, can you recommend a switch and stabilizer lube? Start with Krytox 205. That's this stuff. I got my stuff from Amazon. I'm pretty sure there's an Amazon link to it in the About section. Krytox GPL 205. It's this stuff. Maybe it goes this way around. That's the stuff I use. That's the best for the stabilizers. You might need to mix it with a thinner lube in order to do your switches, but we'll get more into that at a later date when I'm doing a switch specific. All right, guys. Just going to move this camera a little closer so it's easier for me. Switching over to the solder cam view. Solder cam. All right, here we go. Guys, don't forget to press like and press subscribe. Thank you very much to everybody who's done that already today. Definitely do appreciate it. I know that I'm saying it a lot, but I definitely do appreciate it. Oh my god, this solder is so much better. Next video I'll post a link to this solder because my god. The last solder I was using was so messy and so crazy. This stuff is a dream. Look at how easily that goes together. So good. And that's quite a low temperature for... It's quite a low temperature for lead-free solder. I'm pretty much stoked with that. You got no complaints from me about that. Thank you to everybody who's currently pressing subscribe. I can't put it on screen and do this at the same time, but I can see the numbers jumping up. Thank you again to everybody who's doing that. That is spectacular. Thank you so much for pressing subscribe. And to everybody who's pressing like. Thank you for pressing like. The record we've ever had is 1,000 likes. So we'll see how close we can get to that on today's live stream. Oh my god, this solder's such a dream. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't see last week's show. Last week, my god, I was struggling with it. Okay, just 1 second. I need to put this camera out of the way a little bit. There we go. That was a little bit gross, that solder. Wasn't my best one. That one was pretty good. Is John, Steph, are you looking at the chat?
No.
Look at those solder joints. They are perfect. I'm so happy I bought that extra solder. It was a pain in the butt for spending an extra $40, but my god, look at it. I can't get over it.
John's in the room, yeah, why?
I can't remember. John, I was going to ask you a question. Just give me a second. Oh, are you going to be using this with Mac or with Windows? I, of course, can't see the answer, so, because I'm fully concentrating on this.
He says, how come your hands are not shaking?
How come whose hands aren't shaking? What are you saying? Just because I have 288 viewers currently watching me as I solder a board for a customer, that my hands aren't shaking? What?
For him. He's watching your every move.
Right. Well, I think you're going to be pretty impressed.
He says both, if possible.
Okay, so...
If not, mostly Linux and Windows.
Okay, so N key roller... Sorry, guys. Keep your eye in the top left corner. I'm just going to give a quick wipe here. N key rollover does not work with Mac OS. So what you need to do is press function U in order to enable 6-key rollover, which is plenty. But I also use Mac, and I had to figure that out. So what I'll do is I'll enable it when I do the testing of this board. And then if you ever do stick it onto a Windows machine, I think, or Linux, you can always press.
Windows and Linux.
What's that?
He said Windows and Linux.
Oh, he said Windows and Linux. Okay, then N key rollover does work. You don't need the Control U. But if ever you find like the keyboard's not working or it's not responding or whatever, you can just press Control U to turn it off and then turn it back on again. Sorry, I say control U. It's not control U. It's function U. For me, my function key is on control, so you can understand why I make that mistake. It's on the right control button.
Camu123 Gaming says that skiwithpete. This is really cool. I would love to see more of this.
Well, press subscribe, man. That's all you got to do. I do these keyboard builds pretty often, say 1 or 2 a month, when I can.
Is this a white Leandrin Nerd 60 board?
No, this is a TKL board direct from GON himself. We have a little deal going with GON where we buy in bulk from him, and we're able to resell them on oneupkeyboards.com, which means you get them faster, and you get them in the US, and you know that they will work perfectly with the plates that we're selling, which are these super high quality carbon fiber boards. These are, I mean, they really are, guys, the best thing going. And I say that because I have 4 of them myself, and I can tell you straight up. Thank you for the very kind compliments. If you haven't already, please do press like and please do press subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Sunday morning. I can't read the chat right now, but do remember, if you have a burning question and you want me to answer it, use the super chat function, and I, as soon as I'm done this, will respond to all of the super chats.
John says at school it's Fedora, but since I'm studying cybersecurity, I want to learn the ins and outs of Kali?
Yeah, Kali Linux, which is, cybersecurity Linux. That's awesome, man. I'm a big Lubuntu user. I'm using Lubuntu in order to stream this at you right now. I also use a heck of a lot of Debian and Ubuntu and a Raspbian, obviously, because I do a lot of Raspberry Pi stuff. I'm a huge fan of the Linux environment. I think in every way that it's superior to Windows and Mac OS. It's not without flaws, but it is definitely superior in every way. It's also rock solid. You're lucky that you go to a school that is as forward-looking. Sorry, guys. Keep your eyes in the top left here, just as I do a little bit of motion sickness stuff. You know what? That's gone a little oxidized. Let me just give it a quick wipe. Sorry, guys. Keep your eyes in the top left corner for those of you who are watching full screen. Giving this a quick recoat here. Sorry, keep your eyes top left. There you go.
How many builds have you done? Any handwire builds?
No handwire builds yet, which is super weird because I badly want to do a handwire build. I just haven't done one yet. How many builds have I done? You can count them, actually. They're all on YouTube. But I don't by hand know the answer. I have 6, 7. I think I have 7 boards that I've built for me, and I've built. I think this is. I don't know. I've lost count of that once for customers, to be honest. But I build pretty frequently. I mean, I do what I can. I've moved on some builds, some stuff that I've made. I've sold again resold on Mech Market or in other places. Do love building keyboards, and if you guys are new to this channel or new to making electronics, this is a great fun place to start and use your electronics making skills to do these things. It's super fun, and of course you can see here I love the solder cam. It's a great perspective on the world, but you can also see just how much my soldering technique has improved over time. And, of course, has improved by buying a quality soldering iron. I was telling somebody today on Reddit, spend the money, get the FX888D from Hacko. There's a link to it in the About section. It's so good. Like, I don't know why you would even consider anything else. It is really, really that good. Oh, that one bubbled a little bit funny. There we go. Thank you again to all who've pressed like and who've pressed subscribe. I really do definitely appreciate that. Don't forget to check out oneupkeyboards.com for all your mechanical keyboards awesomeness. Just going to give this a quick wipe. Keep your eye on the top left corner. Thank you very much. So for those of you just tuning in, this is me soldering in the switches for a carbon fiber mechanical keyboard from oneupkeyboards.com. The more likes that this gets, the more people who get to come and join the show. That's why I keep asking for more and more likes. What's that, Steph?
You had Harrison L. Official says, this is amazing, great stream, keep it up.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. It's so nice to hear nice things. Really, I don't know if you can understand that, but it is just so nice to hear.
Arm owned. It's all fun and games until you realize you forgot to put in stabilizers.
Yeah, exactly. Always start with stabilizers. It's the very first step. And it's the very start of this video. Always put in stabilizers first. And you know, you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes, because this solder, just use a solder sucker, you can pull it right back out. Nothing that's done here is permanent, even though it kind of feels it. It definitely can be remade and unmade and all those sorts of fun things.
Dax says hi.
Hi.
One of your mods.
Steph, is your microphone on?
No, it's not.
Can you turn your microphone on?
No.
Come on, guys. Can you get Steph to turn the microphone on?
You don't need it on. They're having their own conversations. I'm just reading a couple out.
Okay. Well, thank you again to everybody who's come and joined the show. We're at 24,193 subscribers. Thank you again to everybody who's pressed subscribe today. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a great time. I certainly am. Thank you again to my moderators who helped this stream go smoothly. This is great stuff. It says that we're currently at 256 viewers. Don't forget, this is in full 1080p, so you can watch each of these joins being made. Just this outstanding resolution.
Hi, John. Oh, he can hear me.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't need to be loud and clear right now. It's a very chilled and helpful chat already.
great. It's because my moderators are awesome. Thank you again, guys.
They are.
I'm just going to give a quick wipe. Keep your eyes in the top left corner. Thank you. The subscribers are still coming in. Thank you again so much, guys. I really do appreciate the subscriptions. Of course, subscribing is free, but it definitely helps me, both in the short and long term. Thank you to everybody who's come in and joined today and pressed like and joined the giveaway. If you haven't already joined the giveaway, it's in the About section below. I'm just going to finish off these arrow keys here. Even though, having done this in the past, I've ended up skipping an entire row. I'm just going to pump those in. Oh my god, this solder stuff. I can't get over how good it is. Especially compared to last week. My god. This is Kester no clean solder that I'm using in 0.031 inch. And it is delicious. Without a doubt, this is my new favorite solder. And if I haven't already, I have. I've already said about the Hacko FX888D. There's a link in the About section for it. Just spend the money on this soldering iron. It's so worth it.
If you're going to be doing a lot of soldering.
Even if you're not going to be doing a lot of soldering, this means that in the future, if ever you need to do some soldering, you can just pick it up and do it. If you buy a cheap iron, you can't. You're going to ruin things. You're going to spend a lot of money on a keyboard, and you're just not going to be happy with the results. Just going to redo this N here. I'm not really happy with it. Yeah, it's a funny one. Okay, guys, I'm going to go for another wipe, so please do keep focus in that top left corner. Just a quick wipe. There we go. And I'm back. Thank you for all the positive comments today, and thank you for all the likes and subscriptions. I really do appreciate that stuff. This, for those of you just joining, this is a keyboard from One Up Keyboards that I'm building with, it's a carbon fiber Tenkeyless keyboard, which means it doesn't have the number pad on the side. It's using Zealios switches, which are custom Gateron switches, which are tactile like Cherry MX Clear. And you're currently watching what's called the solder cam, which is one of the 5 cameras that I use in my live stream. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel. It's through your kind contributions that I'm able to keep the channel growing and keep buying new awesome equipment to make it even better. I gotta do one more wipe here, guys. I gotta do one more wipe, so keep your eye on the top left corner. One more, sorry. Just had to clean that up a smidge. No real handshake today. I'm calm as, despite the fact that there's a couple hundred people watching me do some soldering. It's just a little short. And the reason it's a little short is it's filling another... Oh, I missed this one. I don't know why I missed them. I mean, it's crazy that I do, but I do. Because I was talking about handshake, wasn't I? Alright, let's just take a quick look over the board here. See if there's any others that I missed. No, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good indeed. Alright. And that is the end of Solder Cam. Oh. Alright. Thank you again to everybody who's tuned in. Press subscribe and press like and join in the fun and excitement. We're at 500 likes. That's amazing. And we've just passed over, look at that, 24,200. Whoa. Look at the delta. Look at the bottom left is where we started this morning. Look at that. That is amazing. Thank you guys. On the road towards 25,000 subscribers. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who's joined in. Anchorbait just says, Pete, can you recommend me a budget mechanical keyboard with Gateron switches, preferably under $70? I can't because I don't know of any. If you know of one and you think you might be able to help him out, do help him out. But I would, in that sort of price range, I'd go for the Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid. That's what I would go for. Can we see your face through the solder cam? I guess so. It's kind of a weird request, but I mean, you're a nice guy and you come around and hang around a lot with me, so I guess we could probably switch to solder cam and then I could probably... What? Yeah, totally worked. All right. So for those of you who've just joined while I've been soldering, let's talk about all the cool and amazing things that that are going on. First, you can watch this stream in full 1080p, and I recommend that you do. We're most of the way through our build now. We'll talk more about the build in a second. But if you haven't already, please do press like, please do press subscribe, and go check in the About section below for the Gleam.io link to enter the giveaway. Here's the giveaway for the Cooler Master Master Keys Pro M keyboard. Thank you very much, Cooler Master, for giving that away. Today, I have been building this custom keyboard for one of our customers at One Up Keyboards. This is the TKL keyboard in carbon fiber, which is pretty special. It looks pretty good. At this point, I think I should probably test it. What I'll do is test all the keys. You just need to give me a minute in order to do that. So give me a minute, and I'll get to that. Steph, can you do me a favor? Can you remind me which the default function key is? No. Maybe it's written on here. Menu, it is function 1. So it's that key there. This is function 1. Oh wait, I don't need to worry about it because I'm not doing the function U thing. I'm not doing function U. So never mind. What I need though is this and this. So what I use at this point is called Keyboard Tester, and normally I would just test live on the screen so you guys could see it, but unfortunately I can't today because the foot switch that I'm using, when I changed it, Dax Jane, you're right, I meant to change that today. It's no longer the LJD61 up, it isn't, it's this TKL. I can't use the Keyboard Tester because Keyboard Tester, when I use it on this main computer, changes my cameras around. So unfortunately, I need to do it on my Mac, but I use keyboardtester.com. And I'm just going to bring that up here so I can take a quick look. Just going to plug that in there. And I click Launch the Tester. And now I'm just going to make my way through here. Oh, that moved my windows, which it does. That makes it darker. That makes it brighter because, of course, I'm doing this on a Mac. The insert key isn't registering. I'll have to check on that. Now, it's always weird on the right-hand side because stuff doesn't work correctly because of keyboard tester and Windows. See, that one's the function key. That one didn't come up because that's the menu key. And this control says it's already registered. So, again, I'm going to put that down to this being the Mac OS, but I just want to double check that insert, if there's a reason that insert didn't register then. It doesn't appear that there's a reason it didn't work. I'm gonna have to test it again after this stream to check if it does, because what I really need to do is check it on Windows as opposed to checking it on Mac, because I don't think there is an insert key for Mac. So everything is looking like it's working well. The only thing that didn't was that insert. Again, I'd really need to check it, but maybe I'll just wet that join one more time just in case. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, that really wasn't good. I put it away without cleaning it first. Oh, that's my fault. Just wasn't thinking. I'm just going to re-wet this insert. I'm sure that it's just a Mac thing, but just to make sure, just re-wet it. Re-wet this one. In fact, you know what? I'm not worried about it. See, I press a key and it switches my cameras. So that's the one that I want it to be on. Launch a tester. Yeah, insert's working over here. It is just the window. It's just the Mac thing. Okay, well, I'm glad that I tried that and that it works. Okay, sweet. No, I didn't break it. I was sure that I just wanted to doubly be sure again because this is for a client, and I haven't made a lot of TKLs for clients before, but I was sure that I was pretty sure if it was me that the insert key didn't work, that would be a godsend because every time you press the insert key in Mac OS, it is a damn nightmare. Alrighty. Now, this keyboard build This keyboard build has a couple things I just want to double check because I'm using those clear stabs. I just want to make sure that they work. This build is not coming with keycaps, so I just want to test and make sure that the keycaps are fitting and working on those stabilizers. Yeah, that is working without a problem. Again, here's a nice big shift key. I just want to make sure that they're working. Yep. 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 Okay. The good news is I can confirm that all of the stabilizers are indeed working, and all of the switches are indeed working. So we have full working keyboard. Great. From here, we're going to continue on to the other side and get ready to put the middle piece in, the glass fiber middle. Still 200 plus people in on the live stream. Thank you again to everybody who's come by today to join in. If you haven't already, please do press like. This says that it is a keyboard stream where I'm building a custom TKL keyboard, which is indeed what I'm doing. So please do press like. Also, if you haven't already, please do press subscribe. And of course, check in the About section below for the link to the giveaway. Still some people joining, pumping that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Pete, I'm on a budget because I blew most of my money on a gaming PC. Any suggestions for a keyboard under $200? Sure, there's a ton of keyboards under $200, but the one that I would recommend above all others is the Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid. And the reason that I recommend that one is that it's a really solid beginner board with the ability to upgrade it to a fully programmable board. And it has a standard bottom row, which means that it's easy to find keycaps for. So that's why I recommend that one. Now this is always tricky because all of the parts of the board need to go down at the same rate in order for this to fit. Otherwise, I have to loosen all the pieces. It's a pain in the butt. That one's going to need to be loosened, I'm afraid. Yeah, let's loosen it now while I can. sweet as you like. There you go. The glass fiber middle is now in place. Alrighty. Next thing that we're up to is, of course, the sticker rating. Put those GON's legs onto the back side of this. So, just because I've made the mistake before, just to show it off here, on the back of this keyboard, you can see where the USB is. So this is the underside of the plate, like that. So we're going to put the sticker and the legs on this side, like this. So first things first, I'm going to put the sticker on the bottom. And of course, the grid pattern made by the carbon fiber makes it much easier to do this. Showing off my 1UP Keyboards hoodie. John, are you still here? John, if you're still here, let me know. What is live? What is this live about? Oh, what is the live about? Sorry, I thought you were trying to figure out what was live about this. John, if you're still here, let me know. I do have a couple questions. There you go. I do see that you are here. Do you want me to write the build time and date on the inside of this or not? Either way, I'm totally cool. I don't mind one bit. But of course, I'm happy to do it if you want me to write. I can write the build time and date. I could write what on the inside of the board. So what I would do, and I'll do it. I'll show you in a minute. What I can do, I have a silver marker, and what I can do is on the inside. So you won't see it when the keyboard is assembled, but on the inside, I can write the time and date if you want. Sure, Pete. Do you want me to sign it or something? Can. Just saying. Okay, one. Yes, with your name on it. All right. Yes, sir. Just putting the GON legs onto it. want this to be as close to precise as I possibly can be. I'm just making sure. I'm just gonna double check. I don't really need the digital micrometer part of this on. I just need to check if that is goodness right there. Alrighty. I'm just going to wipe this off with my sleeve here. Steph, where in the world is John?
Maryland.
What's that?
Maryland.
Maryland. So I would do the date, the American date. So I'll get you to call that out to me in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where the silver mercury has gotten to?
Yeah, I was just looking at one. Where did I put it? Try the top drawer. No. Over
No.
beside the
What's that?
hole punch.
The hole punch is there. And it.
Here.
Thank you. Let's just doubly make sure before I write on this. That is the correct way. Yeah, that's the correct way. That's going to go that way. What is today's date?
03/05/2017.
Blake, you can become a mod by coming back time and time again, hanging out with us. I'm not going to make you a mod the first time you're hanging out with us. Sorry, man. If you keep coming back and you provide useful information, then of course I'll make you a mod. $240 watching with 553 likes. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuned in today, guys. I keep saying it, but don't forget to please press like and please press subscribe. I don't think we're going to hit 25,000 subscribers today, which is a real shame. But I'm going to get ready for some activities when we do hit 25,000. So thank you to everybody who's stuck around. Don't forget to go check out oneupkeyboards.com for all your one-up keyboards, keyboarding needs. Thank you again to my moderators for a great show today. Thank you for answering everybody's questions and keeping up with all the stuff that's been going on. I really do appreciate that. We're not going to be putting keycaps on this build today, so this is actually its final state. Let me just clean some stuff up here just before I do the final segment. Just gonna cut these things. $236 people watching. What an incredible stream it has been today.
John says, thank you, Pete. Looking forward to getting my hands on this. I appreciate it.
Who said that?
John.
I'm only teasing. John who? Who's John? Teasing. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just keep it for myself.
Say you have to send him the board. You don't get to keep it.
I'm just gonna transfer these switches over to this. Guys, I don't know if you know, but we started doing this thing where we give away these vinyl stickers for purchases. What is it? Purchases over $40. That's pretty cool. Of course, it's very different to the transfer sticker. Transfer sticker looks like that, but this is pretty cool too. So that is going to go in your little accessories bag. So it comes with that 1UP Keyboards vinyl sticker. It comes with your spare switches in case you ever need them. It comes with the, where did I put it? It comes with the extra little feet in case they fall off. That also goes in the bag.
And
The two keycaps. There's one, there's two. And then, of course, this is going to come with a... One second here. It's going to come with a skiwithpete card. Skiwithpete card, a 1UP Keyboards card. We'll slide that in there. There's your little accessories. All right, put that over there. There's your accessories bag. This, let's make sure this all the way zoomed out. Put that there. All right, here it is, the big moment, the moment we've all been waiting for. Sorry, I'm just gonna move this, camera up a smidge. Whoops, and then I'm gonna drop it. These things, they're not. This is not a fluid head. I should really replace this with a fluid head. Big reveal here. Here we go. there you have it. The TKL keyboard, 62 gram Zealios from One Up Keyboards, custom build by Ski with Pete. Thank you again to everybody for tuning in this week. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. Don't forget to go into the About section below and join the gleam.io link for this week's giveaway, which is this, the Master Keys Pro M from Cooler Masters. Thank you again to Cooler Master for setting me up with that. The gleam.io link, all you need to do is put in your email address and make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, and you're done. Thank you, guys. This has been super fun. Really enjoyed hanging out with you today and, of course, making this awesome keyboard. If you guys have any comments or questions, if you're watching this in the future, you can leave them in the comment section below, which is below this video. Don't forget to check the About section for links to everything that you've seen on my desk and all the cool stuff that's around. He says he wants to hear the sound of it. Of course, this isn't really my keyboard, but you know what? I'm just going to stick one of these keycaps on here. Stick the One Up keycap on over the escape and just smash at it for a second. Pop that off, put that back in here. And I'm going to pull out a keyboard that's very similar to this one. It also has 62 gram Zealios. I'll just smash on that for a second. This also has 62 gram Zealios. It's also a carbon fiber. This one's a 60% with the glass fiber middle. Let me just smash on that for a second. Cool. Thank you again for everybody for tuning in today. With over 570 likes, I think this puts us, what, in third place all time? Thank you again for everybody for tuning in. Thank you again for everybody for pressing subscribe. I'm just going to put up the subscribe thing for just one quick second. Look at how many people came and joined the channel today. Look, that's the difference. Well, that is the top. Wait a second. Where's the bottom? That is the bottom over here. Look at that. That is a big number of people who've joined. 24,257. It boggles the mind. Thank you so much to everybody who came by today. I was asking Pete because apparently... he is shilling the TK Rapid. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know. I'm not shilling it. I'm giving it away. I really don't know much about the Master Keys Pro M yet. I still have not opened it. You can see here, I still haven't opened the damn thing. See, it's still sealed. But Cooler Master is giving one away through my channel, which is very great of them. And I do appreciate that very much. Go check the gleam.io link in the About section below. Thank you to everybody who came by and hung out today. What time is it? It's just gone 2 o'clock. Thank you to everybody who's logged into oneupkeyboards.com today. If you haven't already, please do so. Thanks again, guys. It's been pretty amazing. I'm just going to show you just one other thing. The best way to subscribe so that you get caught up on all the latest live streams as they entered. Okay, guys, here's how you subscribe and catch all the live streams. First, click subscribe, like you normally would. Then click the gear beside it. Now you'll see the notification menu. Click send me all notifications for this channel. That means that next time I start my live stream, you'll get a notification to let you know it's about to start. Cool. When do you get to review that sweet new board? Oh, you're saying the Cooler Master? I'm hoping for next week. There's a slight delay. They had a problem. They had a problem releasing it this week, which they didn't really elaborate on. They didn't really tell me why it didn't release this week, but they say that it should be this upcoming week, sometime that they're going to release it. And as soon as they do, then I'm going to do my live stream with it. So I'm very fortunate to have a keyboard before its release, which of course is amazing. But yeah, that'll be coming up soon. All right, guys. Well, thanks again to everybody for tuning in and hanging out with me this beautiful Sunday. 13,000 views on this video. Amazing. Thanks again for tuning in. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys again next week. Next week, we've got another... What are we up to next week? Well, we got the keyboard review, and I got some other stuff that I'm excited to share and showcase with you guys. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys next weekend. Thanks again. We'll see you guys again soon. As I always do, I say my little bit at the end. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel. If you haven't already, please do check in the About section for the different ways to support the channel. You can do so by buying me a cup of coffee or by supporting this channel on Patreon. Thank you to everybody who does. That's why we have all of these different cameras. We have all these 5 different views. We're able to do stuff with all of the different perspectives. My action cam stopped working. I got to fix my action cam. So thank you to everybody who supports this channel and does that. If you haven't already, please do press subscribe. I know I've been saying a lot, but with 24,264 subscribers, it's really great to have you guys be part of this. One last thing that I always say, do check the About section for relevant links to everything that you've seen on the desk today. Love that stuff. Thank you so much for doing that. Very, very last thing is, even though I go... What I like to do is leave the stream chat going for a little bit so you guys can hang out for a little while. Keep asking questions of the moderators. They're really awesome people, and they know a lot about keyboards. That's why they come and hang out here. So thank you again to everybody for hanging out, checking with me, and hanging with me, checking out this new keyboard build, and especially to John Delaguardia. You're going to love this damn keyboard. It's a shame Steph won't let me keep it. All right, peace out, guys. Thank you. We'll see you again soon.